Greetings to all. Welcome back to the fifth week, second lecture of the course Digital Marketing Strategy. So, in the first lecture, we have already introduced what is search marketing and established that why search marketing is important, and also I have emphasized that the search marketing, the search advertisement basically, and the display advertisement, they have a highest share in the total spending on the advertisement that any corporate do in terms of digital marketing expenditure, right. So, you can just understand why this is very important, because it is something which has the highest share in the total advertisement expenditure. So, be it search marketing or be it display advertisement, both are very important. So, in the very first lecture, we introduced the concept of search marketing, what does it include, and in that we have specifically talked about two things. So, in search marketing, we have talked about search engine optimization and search engine marketing. So, today, as I have said in the previous lecture also, that lecture number 2 and lecture number 3 would be dedicated on search engine optimization. So, let us start and we try to understand more about search engine optimization. So, when we say search engine optimization is basically how we are going to optimize our visibility in the search engine result pages. So, there are various techniques, so we will be discussing them in lecture number 2 and lecture number 3. So, what is search engine optimization? It is a process of enhancing the visibility of a website by improving the ranking in the search engine result pages. If you remember, search engine result pages are the list of results that pop up when you search anything on any search engine. For example, if you search anything putting some keyword in the Google search engine search bar, then you get a list of the various links, various website links. So, that list is basically called search engine result pages. So, SOE is very powerful as it captures the user's intent. So, yesterday I have also established this and I have emphasized on this point that nowadays it is much easier for the companies to understand or to capture the user's intent. Because in the traditional marketing it was there was no system through which you can actually understand or you can actually figure out the consumer intent unless and until you have a direct interaction with the consumers. Also, in the direct interaction we usually used to have the feedbacks and all, which was very much calculated and it was not actually giving their real intent. But with the advent of this search engine, now what is happening, any user will go to search engine bar, he will type whatever he needs, whatever he wants to know. So, that is basically gives the real intention, real intent of any user. For example, if I am in a need of so it is a summer, so I may be in need of umbrella, I may be in need of sunglasses. So, I will immediately try to search with the best sunglasses or the umbrella shops near me or something like that. So, in that case I immediately express my intent on this search engines. So, that is very helpful. So, that is why this search engine optimization is a very powerful tool to capture the user's intent. So, SEO, it consists of all activities and techniques applied towards making a web page an inclusive web page. So, there would be a main page and within that there would be many other pages. So, to rank at the top of any search engine organic results. So, here we are more focused on organic results. So, if you remember in the previous lecture also we have talked about search engine optimization is more focused towards organic results, focused on organic results. On other hand, SEM is more on paid results, right. So, the prime aim of any SEO exercise for the marketer is to help generate awareness for its brand and company website by gaining attention through content relevance, keyword prominence rather than paying for it through SEM campaign. So, we are not paying for SEO. It happens only in SEM where we talk about paid advertisement, sponsored advertisement or pay per click advertisement, something of those sort, right. So, in SEO we try to optimize our web content, our website structure, our keywords, all those things, so as to facilitate the users, also so as to make your website or your brand website more approachable, more optimized, so that it automatically ranks above in the list, right. So, that is the main focus. So, why SEO is important? So organic search is good source of website traffic, obviously. So if your website is relevant and it is good, then obviously it will rank higher in the organic search, and the consumer obviously have an understanding. So for example, in Google search, if we see on the top, there are paid links also. So on the top of that, it is written sponsored. So obviously consumer will understand, okay, this is the ad, right? But if your website comes automatically on the top, or say on the above in the rank organically, then what happens? Consumer have understanding, okay, it is a relevant website, its content must have been relevant, that is why it is ranking on the first page of the result, right? So whatever comes in a organic way, it is considered to be much credible in comparison to whatever is sponsored. So that is a common understanding. That is why the organic search is a good source of website traffic. Then SEO, it is a cost effective, obviously it is a cost effective. You have to optimize your website, which otherwise is also important, because you have to give the user a very good experience about your website. It should be seamless. The user should not be feel discomfort in actually navigating or browsing your web pages. So in that case also, you have to spend on enriching your website. So when you do that, it actually enhance the SEO also. You are actually doing search engine optimization as well. So in that sense, we can say we don't have to pay anything extra to the publisher, as in the Google or any website. It is a cost effective, because we are spending in enriching our own website rather than paying extra to be listed above. So also it complements the paid marketing efforts. Obviously the paid marketing efforts are also very necessary, because it is SEO is something which is very time taking. It takes time, like a company, like any business, which take times, which take resources. So it builds slowly and slowly. So obviously there are websites which are very older and it has some history. So in that sense, and if for example you have a new company, you have a new website, so to build and to come on the front, it takes time. So you have to think about it, and there are various techniques also. You have to optimize your page. There is on page optimization, off page optimization. Then obviously you have to spread your word through social media. So there are various techniques in which you can actually enhance the visibility of your website, but still it is a long time strategy, it is a long term strategy, and it requires resources as well. So however, we can't only rely on that, because it is a time taking and it gives results slowly. So that is why the businesses, they are also inclined towards the paid marketing efforts like SEM, that is search engine marketing, and pay per click and all those things, even display advertisement. So that is why it is good to say that SEO, it complements the paid marketing efforts. So SEO, it builds trust, credibility and brand recognition, as I have already said. Since it is based on organic searches, so obviously it has good source, it builds trust and credibility, because we know that those websites which are credible, which have backlinks, authority from an authoritarian website, so obviously that is going to build the brand. So that is why it builds the trust and credibility. So SEO, it also connects you with the customers throughout the buyer's journey. So at whatever stage a buyer is in his decision process, through SEO you can connect him. Obviously there are various ways. So you must have heard about decision making funnel also. So there is a keyword funnel also, where for example you start searching with say you start searching with car, and then you again modify it to say a hatchback. So hatchback, or say sedan. So you are now becoming more specific. So probably you go again, you become more specific, say you say Honda sedan. So you are again more specific, and then from there you might search for say Amaze, right? So what is happening, you are you're refining, it is moving down. So at every stage of deciding it, the CEO will be helping you out. So this is the decision keyword funnel, you can say that is a long tail concept also, right? So we need to understand this also. It is the SEO, it can connect you with customers at any point of their decision journey, and also it is a scalable growth channel, as in you can enhance the efforts in SEO at any time. Like for example, in paid marketing, for example, you are spending say 100 rupees, then you can scale it to 150. For example, you gain 50 out of you get 50 as a return, then in the next phase you can invest 150. Same is with CEO, because CEO results can be measurable, it is a quantified thing. So you can measure it and you can put additional efforts whenever required. So it is a scalable growth channel. CEO best practice helps you in overall marketing performance, so it is well established. I don't think there is need to explain this. It reflects consumer behavior changes, that is again very important. So for example, at this point of time or say for this point of time, the consumer decides, no, I will not go with Honda sedan, rather than I would go with Tata sedan, right. So for example, I will not go with sedan, rather I would go for compact SUV nowadays is very popular. So compact SUV, in compact SUV I may be interested in Tata compact SUV, and in that I might be interested in say Nexon, right. So at any stage it might change. So whatever I will be doing, because since I would since I am an informed user, I am an informed buyer, and I am searching all those I am taking information from the internet, and I am obviously searching it through Google search or any other search engines. So whatever change is in my intent, whatever behavioral change is in my decision, so it will again be captured by SEO. So even they can provide you comparison between say Amaze and Nexon also. So there are different ways through which you can actually capture the behavioral changes, you can capture the behavior of the consumers. So also the SEO results are quantifiable, there are various metrics, there are various measures through which you can actually measure the SEO results. It holds your competitive edge. So if you improve your website performance, if you improve your performance, if you improve your if you optimize your website, it is somehow going to facilitate you in creating a competitive edge for your product. So moving ahead, this is a brief how search engine works. I think in the previous lecture also we have briefed this point, but still we will be quickly taking it up. So this is the first step, or say or rather I would not say it is the first step, because something this is happening back end also. So for example, this is say user, this is the first step I take. So say for example, any user he searches anything on the search engine, so it will immediately go to ranking algorithms and it will go to index, and from index it will take the information and it will show to the user. But before storing into the index, the search engine, they constantly they perform their work. So what they do, so search engines basically they have these automated bots, typically called the spiders or crawlers. So they crawl the web pages. So crawling web pages is basically visiting the web pages and getting information about the contents, as in what is there in the page, what is there to present to the consumers. And Google have made this as a point that just like any other user, any typical users, Google bots or Google spiders are also visiting the web pages in the same way. So you have to ensure that how your website or web pages is friendly for the users, it's how user friendly it is, because Google is going to crawl and going to understand in the same way. So they will crawl the web pages to get to know what is there. It will analyze the page content, what the page content has, what are the various content it has, and then it will analyze it and it will store in the index. So it will store in the index, and on the basis of whenever the user is searching for anything, it will go to index and it will go through the ranking algorithm and it will reflect into the computer of the user. So ranking algorithm, again it is based on the quality of the web content, quality of the website, and also the content and many other things, right. So on that basis also how is your website traffic, how is your social media presence, basically how credible you are, whether you have a authority backlinks or not. So all those things actually creates ranking algorithm for your web page. So this is important thing. This is what we are more focused on, the process of SEO. That is how we are going to optimize the search engine. So search engine optimization, as we have said, is a very pivotal step in any organization in terms of digital marketing. So when we are talking about digital marketing, then SEO has to play a very important role. So the reality of SEO is a reality of any successful endeavor. So it takes strategic, consistent and sufficient efforts to rank well. So if you have to rank well in search engine result pages, you have to have strategic, you have to make your own strategy. So there has to have social media strategy, there has to have website strategy and all those. So you have to be strategic, you have to be consistent, because as we know that SEO it is a long term strategy, and it produces results in a very accumulated way over a period of time, but it shows slow compounding, I would rather say, right. So you have to be consistent, and you have to put sufficient efforts to rank well in the search engine result pages. So SEO is a direct marketing and it is a long term strategy. As I have said, it takes time and effort, and it needs to be constantly monitored and tweaked. So you have to always have to monitor the content, you have to make it up to date, you have to update your website content, or you have to update it on a regular basis. So for example, if I visit your website and it shows information say 10 years back, or say 2 years back, even 2 years is late. So you have to update on a routine basis, on a very daily basis. You have to be relevant, you have to be contemporary. So that is the very essence of SEO. You have to have your content should be updated on a regular basis. Like any company which takes time and resources to grow, the process of SEO also takes time to unfold and yield result for the company. So it takes time. So you build and build and build, and one day you are going to build your SEO a very strong web page. So search engines are looking for authority, that is on page and off page factors. They look for content. So search engine, so for example Google, so what Google will look for if they want to rank your website, if they have to rank your website on the search results. So they will look for authority. So how authoritarian your page is. So your page is considered to be have authority when it has some it has backlinks from some credible sources, or it has some links to some other authoritative website. So in that sense, it is going to create the credibility of your website. Also, it will look for the content, the quality and depth of the content, frequency of new content, as I was saying, how frequently you are updating your contents. Also social signals, your social presence, the reads and shares on the social, so likes, comments, shares, retweets, all those things comes under the social signals. And also the user and usage metrics, how long, how many people, what is the website traffic, how long a user is spending time on your website. So all those things matters a lot. So for example, your website traffic is excellent, every day some thousands and thousands users are coming to your landing to your web page, and they are searching for information and they are staying for a few minutes, then it is good, right. So all those information is going to improve your rankings. In order to work on these three components, that is authority, content and the social signals, there are various areas that the marketer should pay attention. So including website structure, what should be the website structure, what should be the content, what should keyword research, overall on-site SEO, relevant link building strategies including the social media, and also the SEO measurements. So this is one way it is suggested by Seema Gupta also. This is one way in which you can it includes the SEO process of optimizing your website, your web page. So first is website audit. We will be discussing them in a detail when we discuss them in upcoming lectures. We will be talking it in detail. So website audit, website content, on page optimization, off page optimization, social media strategy and maintenance. Also there is a very established process, a 3-step process by Moz. So they say it is technical, and then they say on page, yeah, or on site, we also call them on site, and then this is off page. So this is the three main things that functions together when we talk about optimizing the search engine page. So this technical will come. So this is something similar to this. See, all this technical will come in this. So this is nothing but the technical. So technical is all the efforts that you put to optimize your website, to optimize your web content, to ensure that you rank higher on the search engine result pages. Then on page optimization is how you are going to improve your website, your web pages, your main web page, and then the subsequent the site maps and all those, how you are going to optimize your content, specifically content of your page. Then off page basically are apart from your website content development, what other efforts you can put. So all this off page maintenance and social media, they comes under this. So basically this is off page, this is on page, or also we called on site or on page optimization, and obviously this is technical. So these are the three ways in which you can categorize. However, we can specifically talk about website audit and all those. So in this lecture I would be talking specifically about the website audit, and in the third lecture I would be taking up the rest of it. So website audit. So a website audit is an examination of page performance prior to large scale SEO or website design. So before actually we include or we update our website, or before we actually implement our strategies for search engine optimization, we need to perform an audit. We need to perform the website audit. In a sense, we need to know where our website stands in terms of say quality, say quantity, or speed, all those things. So we need to first check where we stand. So that is nothing but the website audit. So auditing the website can determine whether or not it's optimized, whether the website is optimized or not. We get to have an understanding of it. So whether it is optimized to achieve the company's traffic goal, give a sense of how to improve and reach those goals. Unless and until, see, before we take a corrective measures, we need to understand where we stand. So once we know where we stand, we get to know where do we lack. So once we know where do we lack, we can actually form strategies and goals to reach those or to fill those gaps. So it is a full analysis of all factors that affects website visibility in the search engines. So whatever things may be lack in the keywords, maybe lacking in the website URL, or whatever, maybe the speed of the loading of a website, web page. So all those things plays a very crucial role in your visibility, website visibility. So there are many free online resources to perform website audits. So they typically score out of 100. So if you have 80 and above, it is considered to be good, as in your website is optimized for search engine. So it is search engine optimized. Otherwise you have to take corrective measures by taking different marketing efforts you have to take in order to optimize it. So there are some elements of SEO audits, like keyword position. So we need to understand that for important keywords, what is the position of website in. So if there is any keyword, so for this particular keyword, what would be the rank in the SERPs? So for example, say ebooks. So ebooks are in ebooks, or say free ebooks. So this can be this keyword have many ways in which it can be written. For example, online ebooks, or say online ebook, or say ebooks free, or say. So in this way, there are various ways in which a same keyword can be tweaked and can be written in different ways. So you need to understand which are the important keywords and putting which name, so which is the keyword which is most searched for, and accordingly you choose the keyword for your website, for your link, then only you can position yourself in a good rank. Also sitemaps, so sitemaps it gives the structure. So you will be having your main page, and then in main page you will be having say this is home page, and here it is about products, about your about the company, say for example about the services you provide, all those. So again in products you will be having A, B, C or some. So all these are basically the sitemaps which represent the architecture of your website. Compatibility, how compatible is your website to different browsers or operating system or the devices, whether it is compatible to the multiple browsers or not, that is again very important. You need to check the backlinks, so the links from the outside domain that points to your pages, to your domain, especially linking back from their domain to yours, you need to have ensure that there are enough and they are actually routing you to your page, that is again important. So search engine, they use backlinks as an indicator of the authority of the site. For example, someone is quoting say Banaras Hindu University and they are putting the link. So whether that particular link is actually navigating or routing the users to your web page or not, that is again very important. Domain authority, so it is a SEO concept that refers to the overall strength of a particular domain. So it is a search engine ranking score and it predicts how likely a website is to rank in the search engine result pages. So it scores 1 to 100 with highest score corresponding to the likelihood of highest ranking. Also keyword clouds, so keyword clouds, it represents, it's a visual representations of various keywords used by any particular website. So it also represents the architecture of website which facilitates the crawling and indexing by the search engines. This is again important, speed audit. So it refers to checking the website loading speed. So how quickly the website, your website is loading. So if it is loading within 2 seconds, it is good, and if it is if it is loading beyond that, so it is said that user tend to close the site if it takes more than 3 seconds. So again speed audit is very important. So there are many other tools to check the overall strength of the website. So there are various ways in which you can audit your website. You can actually understand where do you lag or where actually you stand. So once you know where do you stand, it is much easier to design or define what you have to do next. So that is all for from this lecture. I hope you have enjoyed. Have a nice day. Thank you.